right. Once more into the breach. We've played a deck like this on the stream in the past. The last time we played it, it felt very good in the games where we drew Heartless Summoning, and it felt very mediocre in the games where we didn't. So we'll see if that remains true to being the case. We do have both Collective Brutality and Leyline of the Void out of the sideboard to allow us powerful tools to give us better chances to interact with things that are trying to get under us in various ways. So maybe those cards can do some heavy lifting for us potentially. Control and mid-range matchups should be the ones that we're aiming to really lean into beating. I think I'm supposed to mulligan hands like this in the dark. Alright, that one can check close 7 into Unkeepable 6 off the bingo cards. That one is close 7 into Unkeepable 6. For everybody playing at home. For everybody playing at home, that counts. Are Yu-Gi-Oh cards, many Magic players ask, are Yu-Gi-Oh cards modern legal? Yay! Hallowed Fountain! Yay! Hallowed Fountain! Yay! Who's excited to play against the Hallowed Fountain deck? I know I am! Trying to track who invented a deck is just silly in Magic. There's lots of sweet things, just like focus on doing sweet things and not about claiming ownership for things that like are ideas multiple people are capable of having. Oh no! Oh no! It's a blue-white deck that can kill us, chat. I was so excited. I was so excited and now I'm sad. Now I'm sad. I thought their deck was gonna be full of terrible cards and now their deck is full of reasonable cards that attack and block. Yeah, popularized, tuned, optimized. Are there Magic streamers that I watch in my free time? Yeah, I watch Durward when he streams Modern a lot of the time. Durward is a very good entertainer. There is a reason why he is very successful at streaming. He's good at what he does. I zone out when he has like cube and stuff on like that, but oh, I forgot that this gives these things flash. That's awkward. I thought they were gonna play this, then I just get to Maelstrom Pulse it, but that is not how Magic works. I guess I'm playing this so I can kill this Mutavault, but we're kind of up a creek without a paddle here, huh? I think I'm actually supposed to attack with this to give them the chance to eat it with the Drogskull Captain, so that way I can Maelstrom Pulse the Drogskull Captain. Because I can't just, like, let them continue having all this. I'm just gonna get, like, beat thoroughly into the ground. $5 at each match goes towards the strip mine. Deal. I'm gonna kill this now, because if they draw another Drogskull Cap, it could potentially be bad for us. If we rip a couple of live ones here, we could end up in an okay spot. Again, I think my attack there was a little bit medium, but I think it's necessary to not just, like, not die here. We don't really have any tools for this matchup in the sideboard, right? Like, Collective Brutality and Damnation are, like, both kind of mediocre here. I guess Ruric Thar. I guess we have Massacre Wurm, right? Are Massacre Wurm and Ruric Thar both okay? Yeah, Ruric Thar has reach. All right, let's head to the sideboard, shall we? Do I want Collective Brutality? I think I do. None of these things interact with their top end, so I think I'm cutting all of them. I think I want some brutalities here. I don't know if I want all of them, but I think I want some of them, right? What do we think of this? I'm adding a land. I'm going to cut a land. I'm going to do this. Damnation's like, okay. It kills our stuff too is the issue. Maybe they're better than these Thoughtseizes. These Thoughtseize are just like not good enough because of how aggressive they can be. Here we have the classic double Horizon Canopy Massacre Wurm opener. I mean, Massacre Wurm and Ruric Thar both kill them fairly quickly. Like, I'm trading cards that kill them quickly for cards that kill them quickly. Like, it's not like I'm cutting win conditions for cards that aren't win conditions. That's Thalia. We need to donate the summoning, right? I don't want to play the second Heartless Summoning, right? That seems bad. Hoot hoot, 7 months of magic and means must fall casting. Thank you for the 7-month resubscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And we're just cycling Horizon Canopy at this point, right? Like, I just, like, need spells that do things. Of course he's got long arms. He's got reach, chat. Oh, I have to laugh because if I didn't laugh, I'd cry, chat. Where my filter lands at? I guess I should have played the Ghost Quarter so that way if I draw Black Source next turn, I could cast Massacre Wurm. There's only 13 black sources in this deck. Is that true? Holy gosh, I think that might be true. Holy crap, this Massacre Wurm is awful. That's some deck building right there. Alright. I was worried about potentially having to run late with all these decks. That might not be the case. While we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, magic content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. Today, we're doing a long stream to celebrate all of my wonderful subscribers. We rolled past 2,000 sub points this past week. I'm very grateful to all of them supporting my content here day in and day out. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards direct with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anaronix, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. And playing some green-black Heartless stuff. When we get to do our thing is very good. The question that we need to be able to answer, though, is how often are we going to actually do our thing? Just moved to a new city to study where I don't know anyone, so your streams have kept me busy. What's going on, Cheesy? Glad to have you here. Glad you're enjoying the stuff. Do you need to shill for BCW too? BCW is on the other shill page, so we'll get them. All the sponsors get the same treatment. We get an alternating ad every time through. That's a heck of a hand here. I think we take the Goblin guy because it pushes out the most damage. This matchup is... What matchups are great for us? Can I ask that question? Yeah, we're on. I've got added BCW to the list of sponsors as of today. You'll see them popping up down below, and they're on the second shill page. Remember, we're really good at monetizing here, so I don't want to do super long ads, but BCW is great. They have a lot of great stuff. I guess I'm Thoughtseizing here. I don't know. Tron's a good matchup. I don't believe you that Tron is a good matchup. As someone who's played a lot of Tron tends to devour mid-range decks like this. Sure, you have 4 Ghost Quarters, but you have to have a lot of your stuff line up well to beat Tron with a deck like this. Hear ye, a great crime hath befallen me. My treasury has been robbed, and I must leave the great land. What's going on, Raver Rat? You okay? I'm confused if this is fan fiction or if you're actually having some issues. Only good matchup. I mean, I hear this deck wins the mirror 100% of the time. No worries, Raver Rat. Thanks for the 24 months of support. I really appreciate it. We'll be happy just to have you around here. All right. So I'm going to do this. I think I want to prioritize killing this because these are technically smaller unless they have spells. But at the same time, like, I don't believe the mirror theory. No, the Lantern price is doing exactly what it was intended to do, which was ensure we never play Lantern again. The Lantern price just exists so when people say, well, surely you'll play Lantern for some price, I can say, yes, this is it. That's true. We do have 1 Maelstrom Pulse in our deck, which leaving the Swift Spear in play makes better. You do appear to be subscribed, Canning Gear. Thanks for the continued support. It does include cutting the line. We so smart and thin. We so smart and thin. Will that price go up if someone pays it? Nah, I think that one's fine where it is. The Lantern price is 1,000 United States dollars. If only we weren't at 4. All right, kill me. I need to fetch a land here. Would Ghost Quartering Inspiring Vantage be a play? Yeah, maybe that's good. It does cut them off their white spells, right? Maybe that's worthwhile. It does mean we die to Searing Blaze, but yeah, I kind of like that. I guess we could actually just wasteland them out of the game here, potentially, right? A lot of these decks only have like 3 or 4 basics. So like if they brick for a hot second here, we could eventually waste them out. I mean, like, I assume we're dead here. Like, they need to draw, like, straight bricks for, like, 6 turns. And, like, if they're drawing bricks, they're probably drawing lands. We need them to draw, like, a bunch of white spells, specifically. I can't cast that because of this. Things are not looking good for our hero. So, unlike people who I have heard, like, quit their full-time jobs to stream full-time, I didn't quit a full-time job to stream full-time. I've been streaming part-time for a long time, for going on 4 or 5 years now. And when this started making enough money to be considered a full-time job, I then started treating it like a full-time job. It's not like I quit a good-paying job that, like, I needed to feed my family to, like, start streaming full-time. I'm a responsible adult. All right, let's do this. I see you, King. I'm just not reading them. How'd Amulet go? We had one, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 people cut the line, Nathan. So Amulet Titan is going to be after Necrotic Ooze. Yeah, correct. So before I was streaming full time, I was at home. I was at home with the kids. So my full time job was making sure the kids were entertained and educated and all that jazz. And then when this picked up enough to be worth being a job and explore that avenue, we put the kids in daycare. Somewhere in that range. 2 of them were people bumped existing decks up to 100 that were already at like 50 or so. I can't mulligan this hand. How much does daycare cost per child in the United States? Too much. Too much. To not give you exact specifics of my finances, but to, you know, give you perspective, full-time daycare for two children that are 3 and 4 costs twice as much as my mortgage. Was my wife surprised? I think the only person more surprised that this can be a job than me is my wife. She doesn't complain. She likes money. But it's weird, right? Like, the fact that this can be a job is weird. I'm not complaining. I love doing this. But it's weird. It's still, like, right? Like, I've been doing this full time since March, and it's just like... That's true. I guess if you technically only look at the mortgage costs, they technically cost like 3 or 4 times what our mortgage costs. Yeah, definitely, Nexus. Like, I understand why it can be a job. It's still very new, right? Does it feel like work sometimes? Sometimes. Some of the more the tedious stuff that I do off stream tends to feel more like work than when I'm actually streaming, if that makes sense. Fuzzy Thanos, thank you for the 2-month free subscription there. I do appreciate that. Welcome. And I've talked about this on stream before. You know, you see me streaming 30 to 40 hours a week. I probably do another 10 to 20 hours a week off stream doing work that's making the stream happen, whether it's working with potential sponsors or keeping the donation queue updated or responding to decks that people have submitted, updating my website, maintaining the YouTube channel. How much do I make in donations per day? The answer to that question is that it just like varies wildly. There are some days today where we do long streams where I make, you know, a few $100s in a day, and there's other days where we like literally don't have any donations. I think the kids will enjoy Magic when they're older. I hope so. Games are fun. I don't see why they wouldn't enjoy games. Does someone manage the YouTube content? So my YouTube content is fairly hands-off. Since we recently started adding timestamps to all the YouTube videos for where matches start and the wrap-up at the end, Christy and some of the people in the subs Discord have started helping contribute and manage that. But like uploading and editing the base descriptions, I do all that, and that's pretty minimal work. Like, I don't have a lot of editing that goes into my YouTube video. My YouTube videos are basically just like repostings of the streams cut up by deck, right? So I personally spend about, I don't know, 2 minutes per video, if that, formatting them after a stream is done. There's a little bit of cutting up for the rants, that's true. That's actually a fun way to look at it, Karuluski. Traveling entertainers are an old profession, but the internet made the roads. And we're just super dead here. You kept like a kind of medium hand that's just like never drew a Heartless Summoning. The Traveling MTG Bard, yep. So it was leaked that you can win actual money prizes from artifacts. Automated tournament. Sunphase said he made, like from the at-home tournaments, Rod, or like the tournaments that they're having, from on-site at PAX. I would not be surprised if Artifact has cash tournaments you could play from home. Like Hex had cash tournaments that you could play from home. I made close to $1,000 playing in Hex tournaments from the comfort of my house. Juggle for us. Cannon Gear, thank you for the 3-month resub. Thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. The at-home tournaments. Yeah. Yeah. When people talk about Magic Online not being able to pay out cash or Grand Prix not being able to scale prize because of gambling laws, those people are full of horse crap. And what they mean is Wizards of the Coast is risk averse and would rather not exert the effort to try and make those things happen. Games like Pokemon have scaling prizes at their paper tournaments, and games like Hex had cash prizes for their digital tournaments. I'm doing very well, Lorecraft. Artifact is not released. So Artifact is being previewed at PAX this weekend. And then it's supposed to be an open beta in October, and it's going to be released November 28th. As soon as we are allowed to stream Artifact, and I have access to the beta, I plan to stream a good bit of it on this channel, in addition to Magic, not instead of. I will still be doing my minimum 30 hours of Magic a week. I also plan to stream like some of the new Warhammer card game and stuff like that. I plan to dip into other new card games as they come up on here occasionally. I've been playing a bunch of the Warhammer card game on my tablet since that's in beta already. This is another aggressive red deck, and we actually have like kind of a good hand here, right? Like we have Heartless into stuff, but there's a good chance we're just going to be too slow, right? That's true. When we play real video games, we stream on Christie's channel there. Depending on how long this goes tonight, we're going to be doing Overwatch there after I'm done. Think an online-only card game could ever replace MTG? So that's actually the interesting part of the Warhammer card game. The Warhammer card game, the physical cards you buy have a digital counterpart. So every card has a unique code on it in the Warhammer game, and you scan them into the computer and get the same card in digital that you have in paper. Still say we need donate, right? Well, I guess I'm going to do this and play a bunch of 1-2s out here. Oh, I could have I could have played a fetch land after playing this, right? Yeah, I didn't need to play that off of Horizon Canopy. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. So the Pokemon system is different. Pokemon, you scan a booster pack code and you get a different random booster in the Pokemon game. With the Warhammer game, you get the exact same card in digital that you have in paper. Maybe Sirpy Boy. The problem with a lot of these Heartless Summoning decks is just that when they don't have Heartless Summoning, they look really mediocre, is the big issue. All right, Ob Nixilis here could steal this game. Yeah, Ob kills very quickly. Like I said, if this draw can get us there, this is arguably the best draw our deck can produce. It's arguably one of the best draws we can produce. This deck has been very slow and clunky so far. This is the first time we're kind of getting to do our thing. We've just been getting run over. Reed Duke just asked Saito to play faster while mic'd at the Grand Prix. Good. Yeah, you need to prompt your opponents to play faster. Oh, right. They get to draw 3 cards, right? I assume we're just about to die to a flurry of Goblin Grenades. This card doesn't trample, right? Nothing of that sort. Yeah, I agree, GRT. I think this deck falls into the trap that a lot of kind of failed modern brews fall into, which this deck is playing too many individually weak cards, which while when everything comes together, it's very, very powerful. The number of things you have to go right for all of your stuff to come together means your stuff doesn't actually come together particularly often. We have 12 life loss from Ob Nix next turn. Yeah, but 12's not 14. And their Flame of Keld means they deal a lot of damage next turn. So it's looking like we're going to be 1 turn short here. This lets us play an extra land, right? That might be enough. I think that's lethal. I believe that's lethal. Yeah, they're dead, right? So I do this. This is 3. And then I do this, which is 3. All right. We said this was our nut draw. And then we Ghost Quarter ourselves twice. Grab a couple basics. Like I said, this deck's super impressive when it gets to go off. We're supposed to lose. I mean, we're bound to do our thing like 1 in 3 games, right? It was bound to happen eventually. Stop winning, please. We have a 23-23 Ob Nixilis. He's so huge. He's a giant man. I don't even really want to board this card in. Part of me doesn't even really want to board this card in. Just because it's so much. It's so many black sources. Yeah, Ob did 20 that game. He definitely did 20. I think Blood Moon will ever get banned. Nope. Which is sad, but I would be very surprised if it was ever banned. The triple black is pretty ambitious. Ruric Thar is symmetrical. So I think the fact that Ruric Thar domes us as well makes him not good enough. I mean, like, one Urborg's, like, kind of free. It only comes up because it costs you a basic. This hand doesn't have a Heartless Summoning in it, but it goes 1, 2, 3, so I think we're supposed to keep it. Yeah, Rookie, one of our viewers actually offered to make that for me, and it turned out really well. Really, really happy with how that tool came together. Yeah, Courser could be interesting. It doesn't let you play extra lands, but it does let you gain health while you're kind of doing your thing. Second Fatal Push, you know, this seems potentially really good for us. Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of awkward with Heartless, right? All right, I would like to push this Beaumont Courier off a cliff. I think. I guess I'll let them attack first. Tuck an extra gem under there. Get that value in case we want to deck them out. We have another Fatal Push here. I'm just gonna kill their thing again here. Any cards you think they're underplayed? I don't know. Nice, Vita. Congrats. No, yep. BCW is a new sponsor as of today. Do I want to play the Tireless Tracker out here? Honestly, I think the way this game's going, I want to just Collective Brutality with both modes. We're probably not casting the Worm anytime soon anyways. Like, potentially clear a Lightning Bolt here to get the Tireless Tracker down safely. so about that Tireless Tracker being safe. So Tracker's gonna die, but he's gonna make a clue here at least. Yep, the worm is for the bin. To collectively just beat burned by alting Jace. God bless us, everyone. I guess I want to tap like this because I drew the swamps so I can cast Abrupt Decay next turn. So we took Searing Blood, we took Lightning Bolt, so their hand is Bolt, Forked Bolt, Bushwhacker at this point. No, it's completely different in that regard, Pythrion. And that's one of the reasons why I've really enjoyed it. It's just like a genuinely different game than Magic. There's a lot of games that like see varying amounts of play that are basically like Magic Light or Magic Plus or just like Magic adjacent, and the way it functions is just on a completely different axis. I'm gonna play this out and play the Horizon Canopy out of my bin. If you look on their website, they have a quick play rules thing that's really, it's like less than 2 pages and really clean. Explains the basics very easily. He's on Burn and Legacy? I saw someone else playing Burn that I was like, they're a good player. Why are they playing Burn? Maybe they know something I don't. Burn's been really mediocre every time I've played it in Legacy. Alright, I'm going to take the grenade here because it's the scarier one. Draw another card. Alrighty. So the courier still exiles the card once the trigger's on the stack. Getting rid of the source of a trigger doesn't cause that trigger to no longer resolve. Just gonna go ahead and cash this in. I know they have a Reckless Bushwhacker in their hand, so like if they draw a land, they could go like Fork Bolt Bushwhacker, and they honestly might trade their 2 cards in for whatever's under this Beaumont. Okay, so they traded in their Fork Bolt Bushwhacker for 3 randoms. Well, I guess we don't know that they have a removal spell anymore because they ditched the Fork Bolt. So, like, let's cast our Azusa. Please let my 1-2 be good. Please let my 1-2 be good. Please let my 1-2 be good. Oh, no, not my 1-2. The opponent's playing 8-whack with some interesting card choices. They've got Beaumont Couriers and Flame of Kelds in their deck, which are both kind of atypical cards for the archetype. Oh, man. Oh, man. Welcome to Thunderdome. Recently bought into JAC after BM tapping my opponent's Blood Moon. He asked if I have actual wound cons. He promptly took the flesh blood to the face. That's great. You have a land here or just a non-instant? Just a land. Alright, well. All lights are go on the 2-3. No, this is actually game 2, and we stole game 1. We had a very good draw game one that involved Heartless Summoning into Ramunap, into other stuff in Ob Nixilis. Oh no! Oh no! Not my Ramunap value. Alright, second 2-3? The first 2-3 was unbeatable, the second 2-3 has to also be unbeatable, right? No, their deck is like all basic mountains. We are not going to strip mine them anytime soon. Although I guess it's free, right? It just doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah. Just. Yeah, give it to me, baby. Give it to, yeah, just. Do I put myself dead to a grenade? Do I put myself... Yes. Yes, we're gonna die to Goblin Grenade. We are gonna die to Goblin Grenade. I feel like I'm not here to not die to Goblin Grenade. We have Collective Brutality. We could maybe draw that. When the donation queue gets too large, I restrict the amount of money it costs for people to add a deck to it. So when the donation queue starts to inflate, I basically ensure that there are less decks added to it. So we had to do that once already, and we'll probably do it again at some point in the future. I could have played fetches, but then that gives me less things to do with this. And if I fetch one more time, I'm dead to Lightning Bolt also, as well as Searing Blaze. And I'd prefer to not be dead to Lightning Bolt and Searing Blaze, but only be dead to exactly Goblin Grenade. Because remember, this does 1 to us. When this deck does its thing, it's very sweet. Where we really want to find a Collective Brutality. No, I don't think so. Maybe we'll have to freeze more often, but in general, probably not. And if I do have to increase it in general, then, you know, it's kind of a win for me. Like, if my queue's staying full at, you know, the $50 a deck or whatever it is price, then that's kind of a win. Alright, well, they were auto-passed because they're bored. So they, Oh, I still haven't played my last land drop out yet, huh? This deck is funny when it works. Alright, well, we're on the scoreboard. I don't know what the text on Riddlesmith is offhand. So I don't know that I could give you an educated or informed opinion on what it does. Ugh. The year is 2047. The donation queue is over 10,000 decks, and no one can remember a time without a freeze. World governments have begun pegging their currencies to the price of the skip the line donation. Yeah. So for those of you that are newer to the stream and weren't here, we did like a 3 or 4 week freeze a little over a month ago, which during that time I stopped accepting new decks except for $50 donations, and then in less than a month I was able to cut the queue from the almost 90 decks that it was at that time down to like under 50 again. So every time the queue gets up towards 90, I'm going to put a freeze on it till we get it back under 50. A pseudo freeze where it has an increased price to add things to allow me to work it back under control. No, Carmenova, that's not. So the other thing too is that people don't seem to understand, and this is really simple once I explain it, I think, is that not every deck that gets added for $10 ends up making me $10. There are a lot of people that cruise the queue looking for interesting decks to play or to see played. And they go, oh, that deck looks sweet. I want to send Jeff money to see that deck played sooner. So their decks that get added for $10 end up being, you know, 20, 30, 40, even $50 decks sometimes that other people who didn't originally have the idea or submission for contribute to it. I'm going to get these discard spells played ASAP so that way they don't have a chance to like play out their hand and have them brick. So I'm going to play Forest and play Heartless Summoning here, and then we'll track her. I'm going to track her next turn so I can guaranteed get a land off of it. And like at the end of the day, I want the queue to be full of decks. If the queue is full of decks, it encourages people who want to cut the line to send more so they don't have to wait. And, you know, it saves me the trouble of having to come up with decks to play on stream, right? I never have to ask myself the question, well, what are we playing tomorrow? I just have to ask myself the question, which decks out of the queue am I queuing up? Anna Fenza the Foremost. Okay. So we'll go Tracker, Shotgun, Overgrown Tomb, crack Horizon Canopy to trigger Revolt, and then Fatal Push Anna Fenza. Oh, you know what? I should have waited to play this because I could draw a fetch land. Oh, I could have cracked the clue for Revolt too. That's true. I didn't think about that. That also would have worked. Like this, bump up Tribal Zoo Flame, exactly like that, Rookie. Thank you for the bits, I appreciate it. All right. That was a straight brick on a Wayfinder. Probably feels pretty bad. Ooh, a Gitrog Monster. A Gitrog Monster. I'm actually out of lands to play, though, which is sad. The Get Good Monster, right? So we're looking for a Ramunap Excavator. If we hit a Ramunap Excavator, our deck's going to go just completely insane. We're gonna get to do a lot of stuff next turn. We're gonna draw a lot of cards, and Azusa's gonna help us play a lot of lands. Always yield, always yield, always yield. Ooh, candy. This deck is definitely sweet when it works. This fetches what, like 6 cards? Some unholy number of card draws. 5? It's 5, right? It's 4 from the trackers and 1 from the Gitrog. This is why people try to make decks like this work. This is when your opponent's not doing their thing and you get going, you feel unstoppable. At least we're no longer clueless. Come back, opponent! I wasn't done drawing cards. I wasn't done drawing cards, opponent. I think the opponent's deck is exactly what we want to play against, and I don't want to sideboard, and I want to click submit. Maybe I want... No, I'm a liar. I'm going to bring in the Collective Brutalities, because they have, what's it called? They have Grimflayer, and I would like to kill their Grimflayers on turn 2. Yeah, we got to do our thing. Like I said, I definitely think this probably struggles against the more aggressive decks in the format, but you know, when other people are trying to like get at you in the middle, whoa. When other people are trying to get at you in the middle of the field, it's a pretty good choice. I had moved my light while my desk was raised, and it apparently was not happy when I lowered it down. When lighting attacks. Nah, I guess they kind of had Delirium cards in their deck. They're like pseudo graveyard based. Turns was really bad. That deck is pretty consistently unimpressive. They had like Grapple with the Past and a Delirium creature. Do we just like assume they're on like an Unburial Rights plan? Jordan, aka Semi, with the $34 donation. Mill, please, preferably with the changes you spoke of last time. I don't remember what the changes I spoke of last time. Can you please message them to me? This is the thing with Cut the Line donations. It doesn't give me a chance to go back and reflect on changes. So I need you, oh cutter of the line, to tell me what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know. I feel like if they're just doing something that's mostly fair with their graveyard. You did, Jackal Girl. Perfect. I mean, I'm not here to mulligan an opening with Heartless Summoning in it, right? Have we done Amulet Titan yet? No, we had a bunch of people send a bunch of dollar reduced to cut the line on things, Rookie. So everything you see in the stream title are decks that people bumped up to 100 to get them into today. Gonna be... No, so Mill has been added to the list of these decks behind all of these. So Gitrog, Naya, Lone Black, Necrotic, and now Mill after Necrotic have all been bumped to 100 points for today. Yeah, we started with Black White Walkers this morning. It was the very first thing. It was at the top of the queue when we started. They have the other Bobby Nix. See what ends up in their bin here. Took the Blooming Marsh. That's not too surprising. Not going to Fatal Push this Storko. Are we going to be able to get to Grixis Delver today? Probably not. We've been up for 6 hours. I think we're going to do 3 or 4 decks after this at least. So, yeah, at least 4 decks after this. So, probably not. Delver's probably going to get bumped back into the queue. Oh, wait in there for the next one. I do not have a Blue-White Spirits list that I personally like. The last time we played Blue-White Spirits on stream, it just, like, was really felt mediocre and unimpressive. Am I doing a midday upload or just at the end? I mean, I always upload while I'm working Boneless, but I don't edit and format them until the end of the day. If you're subscribed to the stream, you can go... Subscribers have access to my past videos. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you could go into Twitch and click on my past videos and watch what's previously happened on this stream while I'm still live. I think the new Sarkhan is modern playable. Maybe. It's really kind of slow and clunky. Cards that don't impact the board the turn you play them for 3+ mana are generally hard sells in modern. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Maelstrom Pulse this. That's a Traverse with Delirium. So what's their payoff? Is this just like extra Siege Rhinos, or we got something big and scary in here that's gonna pop out on me? Just more Battle Kettles. All right, let's do it. All right, so what I want to do here, it's a big boy. I think I'm supposed to do this and Fatal Push this. Because, like, if I play the Oracle of Mul Daya and I, like, miss on lands on top of my deck, I feel, like, super bad. Let's see what their follow-up is here. If they break on a follow-up for a turn and just have a bunch of interaction in their hand, I think we're gonna have a really, really reasonable time. Here's some kind of scary 6-drop. That's a 3. We have another 3 as a follow-up. Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls, okay. I guess I can just put Gitrog into play. Gitrog, like, holds the fort on the ground a little bit and gets my card advantage going next turn. Especially if I get Oracle of Mul Daya into play. Origins is where I would like a postmodern format to start. What's going on, Nivik? We've still got plenty of time to go. We're only halfway in. We had a bunch of cuts, and I promised to do all of the cuts today. So we've got Naya, Zombie Loam, Necrotic Ooze, and others that are all at 100 points that I'm going to work through. How does one give one of the giveaways? You put your information into the Google form, and then we will email winners once we pull them over the weekend. What do I mean postmodern? I mean a new non-rotating format that starts at some undetermined set after where modern has started. Okay. Could extended be a good... So, the problem with extended is always the same thing. The problem with extended is that people don't like formats where their cards rotate. People want to, like, have decks or cards that they love playing Magic with, and they want to be able to play with those cards for as long as they want to be able to play with those cards. Did I have another land drop? Did I forget to play this? I think you're right that I forgot to play this. I only have 2, 3. Oh, right. These both give me an extra land drop, right? Yeah, I totally forgot to play this. Upgraded to tier 3. Can my deck for the month be Grishel Brand? Add it. Yeah, definitely, Isha. Thank you for upping to tier 3. I appreciate that support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me here. Keeping me employed. So we're dead. We're dead to another Rhino here. I think cons be better if they ban fetches from the start. Maybe. That was weird. Okay, oh, they wanted to kill the Gitrog. Alright, yeah, we're super dead. And, like, this is what makes me kind of leery of playing this style of deck, because, like, while this is the kind of matchup where, like, our deck really has, like, good potential to shine, I really feel like there's going to be, like, enough times where, like, we don't slam dunk this matchup, and, like, we have enough bad matchups that when we can't also slam dunk our good ones, there's, like, becomes little incentive to, like, actually play this style of deck. They do not unfortunately, if I gave tier 1 and Twitch Prime subs points towards anything, even just 1 point, I would just like die in inflation. It's like basically like, what is it? I have like 1,600 tier 1 subs. Someone, thanks for checking out Honey. So that would be like 1,600 points into the queue every month. The benefit Prime and regular subscribers get is they can add new decks for $10 instead of 20. And this is sad. I had one card that I cared about, and now my candy is gone. I mean, like, honestly, a lot of the busted cards that are in cons, like Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, those cards are pretty bad if you don't have fetch lands in the format. Like, people act like Delve is this thing that's completely free to enable, but it's really not. Like, it's only free when you have all of these random cards that, like, let you discard a bunch of cards for free. Congrats on 2K subs. Does this auto win me a signed playmat? Yeah, Nivik, for sure. Message Christy and she can even let you pick one out. Thank you for the support as always. We've got a bunch of different mats. I'm gonna lead on Excavator here. If he dies, I'm okay with that. I'd much rather have this die than Tracker die. I am taking a little bit of damage off this Horizon Canopy here because I'd like to use the fetch land with the Tracker in play so I can generate 2 clues next turn. Oh, were you one of the ones that tagged all this stuff, Optic? I appreciate that. I don't know if the Thing Ascension deck is currently in the queue, but you can find past leagues with it on my website. I think it might be in there right now. There's so many different decks that I tend to lose track. So if I get to untap with this Excavator, I'm going to play the Bloodstained Mire from my discard pile and then Abrupt Decay this Grimflayer, just like work on keeping their board clear. Because I really don't want them to start getting value out of hitting me with the Grimflayer and then getting their triggers going. So they've cast Lay the Land here. Opponent's just like all in on cards that find basic lands, the old Renegade map, and traverse the Elvenwald. Moo cow, don't bother me. Moo cow, don't bother me. Well, Satyr gets any land, right? Satyr's not strictly a basic land. Get this value out of our discard pile here. And again, like, we're drawing a lot of cards here. I got you. I'm assuming that's to cut the line, Nivik. So Nivik, as a heads up to discourage people from pennying and nickeling and diming each other, I'm not letting people $1 up cut the lines today. So that one's gonna have to wait at the back of the other cut the lines, but I will do it today, I promise. I think I just have to take this hit. I can't risk the double block. The giveaways, there's a Google form to drop your information into, and then I'm just gonna pick my favorite random number generator and grab some. Save the penny, I got another one. Okay. I mean, Can we Ghost Quarter them to death? Like, we're just dead, right? Like, I need to hit, like, Fatal Push, like, right now. Yeah, just smoke if you got him, chat. Smoke. Smoke if you got him. Yeah, one Maelstrom Pulse. One Maelstrom Pulse. Oh, no. Was that the only card that maybe lets you win? I think so. I think so. If you get Tribal Zoo to 100, it will get played today. It's got a... Everything in the stream title right now, the number of decks that have been pushed to 100 for today's stream is long at this point. Cornucopia from the last GP. Oh, I should have done this first probably, right? Although, am I just brutalitying these? I'm gonna do this first. What's our record? We are 1-2. We're 1-2. Tribal Zoo. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you for the support, rookie. Alright, so I think I just full escalate this. So I can, like, try and not die. When do I stop saying we'll be played today and we'll be playing the stream? Sometime real soon. Sometime real soon. All right, did you hit a sweeper? I guess they're, like, technically not dead yet. My cards cost 5. Joke's on you. All right, we're down to 5. And oh, do I want to play this other tracker? No, I probably want to play the Gitrog Monster, right? If you keep promise to keep playing Cut the Lines, what will happen when every deck in the queue has made a cut? Then we're going to have a really long stream that I'll be paid a large amount of money to have had happen. What number do you need to play Pokemon TCG? So the problem with that is I need an account to play. I actually like Pokemon TCG from when I played it. I just don't have an account to play it on anymore. My buddy's account that I had been borrowing, I had a bit of a falling out with, so I don't have access to his Pokemon cards anymore. Alright, so we're dead to Siege Rhino here. Maybe I didn't need to leave myself dead to Siege Rhino, huh? I could have had a Fatal Push up here. Yeah, I definitely should have had Fatal Push up here, right? I left myself dead to Siege Rhino when I didn't need to be. I was so busy drawing cards. Could also quarter them off of white. They just like draw another blocker here. Okay. Yep, yeah, you're good, Nivik. No one's linked me the Cornucopia deck though, so I don't know exactly what we're playing yet. Need a link to put it to the queue. Like, they left a blocker back here, so they must have, like, a piece of removal. Thank you. All right. Well, we're 2-2. From the 0-2 back to the 2-2. No, I can grab it from there, Nivik. That's fine. Hey, I was expecting a lot of cut the lines today, but you know, we're gonna settle in. We're gonna settle in. I was planning on eating 2 meals on stream. It might end up turning into 3. Yeah, I think this is a hand that we're in the business of keeping. Bloodstained Mire. This could be one of them mid-range decks. They mulliganed low. Could be Bridgevine. Gosh, this matchup has to be... I guess we have Leyline of the Void post board, but like our removal is rancid here, right? We have like 0 removal that kills Delve creatures or Hollowed ones. Hey, you on it to LGS for F and I'm tight. Awesome, Rain. I'll be here. We're gonna be here for at least that long. We have 1 Maelstrom Pulse. That's true. Our Pulse does currently have a history of showing up when we need it the most. It's a good Maelstrom Pulse. It's got our back. Yeah, we could steal game 1 here potentially. We're definitely getting set up to potentially steal game 1. And then we have 4 Forcibles on the sideboard for Leyline, which could potentially let us steal post-board games. We do have some monsters of our own, that's true. Yeah, honestly, like there's a reason why there's always 2 Maelstrom Pulses in my decks, right? And I think I'm fine trading the Ramunap for the Bolt there. We have another Ramunap to play out next turn. And like the 2/3s get to block the Blood Gas. No. So Rain Spider, every deck that's in this... I might have said that I was going to play every deck up until we got to Amulet Titan today. So people keep sending in cut the line donations for things. So we'll see when we actually finish today. You're tapped out. Perfect. If we don't draw Maelstrom Pulse here, I'm going to concede. I'm just going to mulligan to Leyline post board because I think it's our only real shot of winning here. I guess Damnation's pretty okay too. I'm going to leave Thoughtseize in. I'm going to cut Inquisition of this takes their bigger threats, which is nice. Oracle and Menagerie are probably just too mopey. Abrupt Decay is pretty bad. Is Brutality just better? Yeah, I guess Brutality drains at least. Yeah, it's probably better than this. This card's pretty mopey. It's good with Void later. You think I want so Burgle, there's only 13 black sources in this mana base. The Massacre Wurm should not be in the sideboard. Will I be streaming this weekend? There's a chance that I might not stop streaming this weekend. That's not true. My limit's probably going to be somewhere around 16 to 18 hours, but we'll see. We'll see where we go. Thanks, Extras. I appreciate it. $18 is about the point where I start getting loopy. Also, MTGO traders like signs off at some point. We're gonna make that the cutoff. The limit for when I'm going to stream is the last set of decks. When MTGO traders is offline and I can't get more cards, that's when we're gonna be done.
He wants the train with him.
Hello, oldest son.
Right
Your
there,
train's over here, bud.
on the table.
DJ Exon, thank you very much for the 7-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Give Daddy a hug.
Feels bad, man. Oh, I get to do this and play a land from my discard pile. Duh, stupid hogland, not known as own deck works.
Jacob. You want to give Daddy a hug?
Have a hug. How was school today? You say hi to the internet? You say hi, internet? You want it? It's melted ice at this point. Enjoy.
Melted ice.
Enjoy your Coke flavored water. Austin the Lamp, thank you very much for the biddies. I appreciate it.
Clear. There's no
Yeah.
in there. Melted ice. Oh look, it's icy.
Like most things in this deck, the Vizier is clunky and awkward. Yay! Leyline of the Void! Yay! Alright, I guess I'm casting the Gitrog Monster. Yeah, they're definitely turning into real people. Like Declan has like thoughts and opinions on stuff. It's weird. Alright, how many Hallowed Boys are in my future? Yeah, the Gitrog. Will do, Austin. Will do. Thanks for the support. I think we did, chat. I think we did. Oh, that's true. We can Leyline into Damnation here, can't we? So... I could double Brutality this. No, I think you're right. I think it's just Leyline into Brutality here. I have to draw a land in 2 draw steps next turn, but I think I'm okay with that. Actually, I don't even necessarily have to Damnation depending on what we draw here, because we could just, like, Brutality, kill off some birds and gain some life. Like, buffer ourselves a little bit. No, you are obligated to sacrifice a land every turn to Frog. So I need to draw an untapped land here. So do I want to burn this? I don't think so. Oh wait, that does it, right? This ramps me. It even lets me draw 2 cards. Alright, so we died a Collective Brutality into Bolt or Double Bolt, but other than that, we may be stabilized here. Because all of these things get exiled. Maybe I should have not drawn 2 cards there and I should have just played my basic swamps. The attack signals that I'm going to do the things. I should just not attack, I think. Okay, a decent player is going to block there. I'm just saving both of us clicks. I think the attack is pointless. Alright, I'm going to full escalate this first one. Ditch Heartless, ditch Leyline. Uh-oh. Okay. So this maybe risks dying because they could Goblin Lore into keeping 2 bolts next turn, but I think it's worth doing this to try and put lethal on the table. Yeah, Jinsaku. Here, and with everything we've had today, we're a little over 2k now. Just kind of absurd all around. Who are you and where's Hogland gone? Maybe shouldn't have drawn cards. Oh no! Oh no! Whew! Whew! Alright. Alrighty. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drain them here. Just so we don't die to Flamewake Phoenix off the top. And then land is lethal next turn. Yeah! Alright, we're on the scoreboard. Can we run the O2 back into the 3-2 chat? It's feeling like we can run the O2 back into the 3-2. It says us, well, Bloodghast I could Fatal Push. Nivik, looking sharp with the 3k crown. That's my favorite one, by the way. That's why we use it for the sub-server. I'm a sucker for blue. I'm gonna mulligan this. 0 black sources has Leyline of the Void. Force your force. Your move, Yugi boy. It's my favorite deck in Modern right now. Definitely blue-red tempo. Definitely blue-red tempo. I want to say we're the better deck without Leyline out, but I don't actually know that for sure. What they've been? They've been Burning Inquiry, Leyline, and another Goblin Lore. Can I get a black source? Amen. Got it. Black sources. Do do do. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, it does, Nathan. There's still cards that were discarded. A card being discarded doesn't care where it was discarded to. They only have 3 cards left, and we're basically at 19. We could take over this game. If they don't If they don't have a bolt for this next turn, we could kill them very quickly. Yeah, this card ends the game. Like, we get to Ghost Quarter ourselves, too, to generate more land drops. So, they've got, like, a 1-turn window to kill Ob Nixilis, and then he's going to end the game in, like, a turn and a half. You know, we talked about this deck having a lot of moving parts in it, and when they come together, when we have a card like this to... Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, daddy. Oh. Oh, no! Oh, no! Leyline stops Gitrog Monster from triggering, chat. Leyline stops the Gitrog Monster. Good, good, he's gone. I didn't want him anyways. Nobody loves you to begin with, Gitrog Monster. Attack me, you're dead. Attack me, you're dead. You better have a blocker or you're dead. Do you have a blocker? Do you have... Oh, you don't have a blocker. Weird. Weird. Alright, so we do this, which makes this 9, and then each of these Ghost Quarters do 6. Because they add 3, and they deal 3. Alrighty, well, we ran the 0-2 back into the 3-2 because this is modern, chat, and every deck is 3-2 deck. If you're stream running, I could hear you scream from the kitchen. Ah, that's great. All right, so hot takes on the deck. Little things. I think not playing 2 Maelstrom Pulse in your green-black deck is a mistake, regardless of like what the core components of your green-black deck is. So I would play more Maelstrom Pulses. I think if you want to play Massacre Wurm in the board, thanks for the support, Jen. I think if you want to turn Massacre Wurm in the board, and this card seems reasonable, you need to play more swamps. I think you probably have... How many green sources do we have right now? So we have 17 green sources. I would cut green sources and add more swamps. I would probably cut at least 2 forests and add more black sources in. I think the Ruric Thar in the board is probably too cute. I think it's too cute. I think if you wanted to splash permanent-based hate in the sideboard of this deck, I would probably make it white permanent-based hate, since your Horizon Canopies make white mana anyways. I also think if you want to splash an extra color, you should just put that splash shock in the main deck, so you get an extra sideboard slot, basically. But this deck is fun. You know, when it gets to do its thing, it really gets to get going to do its thing. If you didn't catch all of that league, the first 2 matches we kind of flopped around, but the last 3, we got to do our thing more than once. All right, so we're going to be moving right along here. Got a